Libraries across the country are getting creative when it comes to boosting early childhood literacy skills. KMUW's Nadia Fo visited the Mulvane Public Library, where a dog named Barney is helping kids learn how to read, even if he doesn't know how.
Meow. Hello. What do we have here?
Andon Shriver comes to the Mulvane Public Library every Monday and Tuesday. On this afternoon, he's reading a poem book from the Bad Kitty series.
Now my home's a bit empty.
Andon stumbles over a word here and there, but his audience, a 12-year-old Cocker Spaniel named Barney, doesn't seem to mind.
Yeah, I get easy books.
But is it fun because it's him?
Yeah.
Barney is a picture-perfect Cocker Spaniel. He's tan with well-groomed fur that's short on top and long on the bottom, and he has big brown eyes that point in slightly different directions. He's become a bit of a celebrity at the library. Every first and third Monday, you can find him in the back corner, sometimes on a beanbag chair, patiently listening to kids practice their reading.
Say, A, kitties. I don't really know how to do this one.
Want to get a different one?
And never far away is Barney's owner, Dave Peebler.
He was a rescue, and by the paperwork I got from the Humane Society, I'm his third owner, which I cannot believe.
Peebler is semi-retired. He taught middle school and high school for 5 years, but spent most of his career in sales. He didn't really plan on Barney being a helper at the library. It started several years ago with visits to a nursing home, then called Vintage Place, to see Peebler's dad.
With him doing what we do now was an accident, because I was just taking him to visit my dad at Vintage Place, and he got along well, and Jeff, oldest son, was at Derby Health and Rehab and had been at Vintage Place a few times when he saw me there with Dad and Barney. And he said, "Come on over here, I want you to see if it'll work over here." 7.5 years later, here we still are.
Now he and Barney go to 3 care homes a week to visit residents.
It's a joke for me that when we walk into these places, you always hear him yell out, "Oh, here's Barney." It's not, "Here's Dave." That's okay.
But Barney's role in the library is particularly special. Kids can sit with him and work on their reading skills without any pressure or judgment.
The one little boy that was the last one, he's never misses. He's always here. I think he knows we're coming, I think.
And Mulvane isn't the only library to enlist a helper dog. These kinds of story times are becoming more common, says Mulvane Public Library Director Shanna Smith.
I guess libraries are always searching for things to engage children with reading, and so I feel like every library I visit, they're always brainstorming, like, what can we do?
Reading scores in Kansas have been stagnant for the past decade. That's according to what's known as the nation's report card. The latest National Assessment of Education Progress shows about 30% of the state's 4th graders scored at a proficient level in reading. More than half were at or below basic reading levels. Smith says literacy skills can start developing as early as infancy. Libraries are offering programming aimed at younger and younger readers, even targeting programs to expectant mothers.
It begins as a baby. You bring your day-old child home, read to them. That's when it should start. It should start as an infant when you're reading to them. They may not be absorbing everything, but just language is so important that, the earlier the better.
A recent study from Tufts University found that 2nd graders who read to dogs develop better skills as well as better attitudes toward reading, something Smith says is another goal of the Read with Barney program.
I want kids to have really positive memories about their library. I want them to have positive memories linked with them reading books and learning to read, because that's when you're able to even pass that love of reading onto your child. And so I hope that when families bring their children to the Read with Barney, it's a non-stressful, positive memory that these kids are linking with their time here.
The home, I don't know how to say that.
Moon on the breast of the new fallen snow.
And even though Barney is the main attraction, his owner, Dave Peebler, plays a role that's just as important, even if he doesn't mean to.
I'm not that hard of a worker. I enjoyed having fun.
He does all the hard work.
Yeah, he really does.
He has big ears. He can hear you good.
Big ears.
That's right.
Bigger than my old dog.